Hi everyone!
Hi everyone.
Welcome back to day 5, our final day, tasting our Universal Yums box from the UK, which is Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. I know it is taking us a very long time to get through this box, but today's the last day. We'll be probably starting our new box next week because we should be getting it over the weekend. But here's our final day. Today we're going to taste our last 4 treats, and then we're going to rate them: the best yum, the runner-up, the worst yum, and the most unusual yum. So we ready to get started. Our last and final day. So we do have 2 savories today. I told you there was a lot this month. So let's start with the first one, which is pretty interesting sounding. I'm just looking for my scissors. Found them. All right, so our first yum are Johnny's Pickled Onion Rings. Crying out with flavor. Pickled onion flavored corn snacks. They're only 20p. I don't know how much that is.
No idea.
But this is what the package looks like. It's got this weird dude playing an accordion on it. Size. It's vegetarian. No MSG. Oh, I'm about to cut it open. I didn't read about it yet. Johnny's Pickled Onion Rings. Pickled onion corn snack. You won't find peanuts at bars in the UK. There, pub tables are adorned with something different. Pickled onions. Small pearl onions soaked in salt, sugar, and vinegar have long been a British pub tradition. If they're not being scooped straight from the jar, they're being served as part of the Plockman's lunch, a popular British pub platter consisting of cheese, ham, bread, and pickled veggies. Never tried pickled onions? Fair warning. The little guys pack a seriously shocking punch. And that flavor is perfectly captured with these pungent pickled onion rings. With their strong oniony zest and vibrant tang, you'll be left wondering what just hit you and where you can get more. Sorry, my dog just jumped on me. Okay. I like pickled herring. You know, you had that. I like the pickled onions that come in pickled herring. I don't really like pickled herring. So. Oh, they're little. I was picturing like Funyuns. Whoo!
Oh, yeah.
I took a really big whiff of that. I mean, I love pickles. I love vinegar. I like onions, not raw. But this is what the treat looks like. Here, I'll give you one. So, they're light and airy like a Funyun. But they're a lot smaller. Like, see. And they're much more uniform. Like the whole bag looks the same. Where like Funyuns are all different shapes and sizes. All right, whew, the stench. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
It does taste like the pickles, the onions and pickled herring.
Yeah.
Very pungent. Very unusual.
I think I like them.
I like them, but in moderation. I can feel I have steak breath now. It's a good thing I'm brushing my teeth and going to bed soon. All right. Put these over here. We'll keep moving along. Bless you, Peter Man. So next is our last snack from the company of Mackey's of Scotland. We had the Scotch bonnet ones, which were really spicy. We had the cider vinegar and salt, which were really delicious. And we had the haggis, which were really nasty. But he liked them.
I liked them.
He ate the whole bag. Right then and there. So this one is mature cheddar and onion. So sticking with an onion theme. It's a nice lunchbox size bag. 1.06 ounces. And I think that's the same size as the Haggis bag. All right, Mackey's mature cheddar and onion chips. Cheese and onion potato chips. Take a moment to soak in the bold aroma of these chips because you're experiencing a defining smell of the UK. The intense scent of cheese and onion permeates throughout the nation, lingering on bus floors. Who's smelling bus floors? Bus floors, bar stools. Why would you smell a bar stool when somebody's butt was on it? And cafeteria tables. Who's smelling these random things? I'm just gonna smell a bus floor and somebody. It's like that Impractical Jokers episode where he has to go smell the seat.
It's Great Britain. That's the way they do things there.
It's
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. That's because cheese and onion is the most popular crisp flavor in the UK, as well as a snack of choice for chip-loving locals. First introduced in 1962, the bold flavor was since beat out plain, salt and vinegar, and paprika, becoming the most distinctive part of British snacking. Bursting with aged cheddar smokiness, powerful onion zing, these famous chips are guaranteed to linger on your breath for some time, or even longer on your mind. Oh man. I guess it's a stinky snack night. Alright, let's take a good whiff of what somebody's seat smells like. Oh, it's not bad. It smells like potato chips with cheddar cheese on them. I'm really not getting much of anything else.
Nice
these
chip.
look like the
Can we trade?
Yeah. These look like the cider vinegar ones. I want one with smooth flavor. Here we go. Like a nice thick chip again. Hearty. It's not wavy. Alright, ready?
Yep.
Mmm.
Very good.
These are really good. Mmm. I don't know which ones I like better, this one or the cider vinegar one. It's digging into me. Mmm. I thought it was going to have a little more stank on it by the description. The other ones had a lot more stank. Alright. Our fourth treat tonight are these. So we got another big pack of cookies. This is our, what, third big pack of cookies we got? We got the box of shortbread. We got another jammers like this. These are Toffee Pops. Toffee-filled biscuit with chocolate flavor coating. And this is what it looks like. It's like pretty color purple. Look at. These are 120 grams. All right. Toffee Pops. Chocolate-covered cookies with toffee. Stop! Stop.
Stop.
Stop. It says stop. Before you even think about tearing into these cookies, you need to get up, walk into your kitchen, and turn on the tea kettle. You see, in the UK, these famous biscuits are almost exclusively enjoyed with a cup of freshly brewed tea. So, if you want the full experience, and trust us, it's worth it, we suggest preparing a perfect cup of tea. What's tricky is that the perfect cup of tea can mean several different things in the UK. In Northern Ireland, people prefer their tea bold and dark, while tea drinkers in Scotland and Northeast England prefer a subtler flavor with milk. According to locals, you should stew a tea bag for just 48 seconds for the lightest flavor, 57 seconds for a medium flavor, and 64 seconds for the strongest flavor, adding chilled milk after according to your preference. Once your cup of tea is ready, go ahead and crack open these Toffee Pops. Be sure to wash down every decadent bite with a sip of tea, perfectly created to your liking. The perfect cup of tea with the perfect tea cookie, it doesn't get better than that. For me, a perfect cup of tea, depending on the tea, is steeped 3 to 4 minutes. honey, absolutely no dairy. Absolutely no dairy.
I just keep the tea bag in there the whole time.
Yeah, I know. You like it super strong. I do not like dairy in tea. Oh, it makes my stomach flip. It's just a preference. I love dairy in my coffee, but not in my tea. No, they're stuck together.
Must be a Barstool
Jeez,
sniffer thing.
Maybe if I sniff more bar stools, I'd like milk in my tea. Alright, so let me show you this one because it looks a little, I guess it looks better. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Chocolate covered. There's the biscuit, the cookie. They stuck together. That's what's on top of this one. See? Chip stuck in my tooth. Alright. So it's toffee filled. Let's find out.
Oh yeah.
Mmm. Oh yeah. Really good. I'm all about the cookie life. And then if you add toffee, it's like, forget it. It was definitely delicious. Alright. So lastly, it looks like we have another toffee. Our very last treat from the UK box are these. Walker's Non-Sunch Treacle Toffee. Chewy toffees with treacle. They might look like your ordinary candy, but there's not much more to these yums than meets the eye. This English toffee is packed with treacle, a sweet golden liquid similar to molasses that's supposedly created as a result of the sugar refined process. But there's a rumor that England is protecting the real truth about the treacle. That it's naturally mined where underground. Scandalous. Ooh, my dog just hit his head. You okay, Pete? As the story goes, a 13-year-old boy first discovered the syrup in the 18th century in a cave on Trek Cliff. He and his family began selling the liquid, which they called treacle, to surrounding villages where it quickly gained popularity. One day, the boy overheard several wealthy businessmen plotting to take over and commercialize this treacle mine. To protect the natural wonder, the boy and his family agreed to fill the cave with dirt and tell the businessmen it had dried up. After that, it's said that locals developed an artificial version of treacle, passing off their precious Treacle Cliff treacle as only a myth. While there's plenty of mystery surrounding England's luscious golden syrup, when it comes to the treacle toffee, there's no secret. It's delicious. Okay, because didn't they mention that in Harry Potter? Like a treacle tart. That's Harry Potter's favorite dessert from Hogwarts. Oh. It's icky sticky. I'm going to leave it in the wrapper to show you. But it does. It just looks like a blob of toffee. Ooh, it smells like a really good blob of toffee. Ooh, his is worse than mine.
Let's do it.
Ready? We'll be right back. And we're back. That did take like a good little while to get down, but it was delicious. Very sweet, caramelly. I had a little hint of like coffeeness to it. But, sorry, my dog's getting into everything today. What'd you think?
Yeah, kind of tasted Like coffee, a little bit. Very sweet. Not really my style.
No, you prefer haggis. Your blood,
Yeah.
heart,
Oh,
lungs.
haggis was way better.
It's terrible. All right, so we are done snacking, and now we're going to do some rating. So the first thing we tried were the pickled onion rings, and what did you think of those?
I'm going to give that an 8.5.
Whoa. Of course, now my pen's not writing. There we go. I'm going to give it a 5. I couldn't eat many more of them, and I think they would taste better if I was having like a sandwich with them or something. Not just straight up on their own. I think it was too intense. The second thing were the chips, the aged cheddar and onion chips.
I'm going to give that an 8.
Wow, so you like the other ones better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with a 7 on those. They had really great flavor. Based on what we read, I think it had like it was going to be more stank than it was, like more flavorful than it was. It was still delicious. It was just, I don't want to say I was disappointed. I feel like I was built up and it was like, didn't meet the expectation that was written. The next thing are those tea biscuits, the biscuits with toffee and chocolate. This is the one that's been getting into everything. Peterman.
I'm going to give that 5.5.
5.5. I'm going to go with a 6.5. They were really good. I definitely can enjoy them with a cup of tea. The shortbreads we had in one of the other videos, I did finish that box with over the course of a couple nights with tea, and it was absolutely delicious. And the last thing, the Walker's Non-Such Treacle Toffee.
5.
5. I'm going to go 6. All right. So, Adam, the lowest score you gave anything looks like was a 5.
Yeah.
And you gave 1, 2, 3, 5. So you gave the shrimp flavored twists a 5. You gave the toffee we had today a 5. And the sea salt caramel toffee a 5. You gave out 5.5 to the Brazilian nut toffee. And I think, let's see what you got for 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6s to the lime candy, the Jammers cookies, the Scotch bonnet chips, the raspberry marzipan coconut things, and the raspberry chewy things. And your highest score that you gave looks like an 8.5, and those were those pickled onion rings. After that, you gave an 8 to the apple cider vinegar chips and an 8 to the cheddar and onion chips. And is there just one? Nope. 7.5 to the haggis and 7.5 to those jalapeno crunchy things. So, what would you say is your best yum? The pickled onion rings?
Yep.
And what would you say is your runner-up? Haggis?
Nope.
No.
The
salt
chips we had today.
Oh, the aged cheddar and
Yep.
onion? Oh, okay. And what would you say was your worst yum?
Probably that toffee that we had today. The
Really?
Yep.
Wow. It was delicious. Don't listen to him. It was really good. Don't listen to him. And then what would you say is your most unusual yum?
Most unusual is the same one that is the best.
Your pickled onion ring ones? Yep. Okay. So, it looks like my lowest score was a 1, and that was to the haggis chips. They were terrible. My second lowest score was a 2, and that was the Scotch bonnet chips. I only gave those a higher number because they had a little bit better flavor. They were just too spicy for me. And I also gave a 2 to the lime chocolate candy that you really liked. You gave it a 6.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I didn't like it at all. I gave a 3 to the shrimp flavored chips. My highest score looks like an 8.5, and I gave that to the Brazilian nut toffee, which was really good. I gave an 8 to the straight up regular toffee, and then a 7.5 to the salted caramel toffee, to the apple cider chips, and the shortbread with the chocolate chips in it. So for me, I'm gonna go backwards because the best yum is gonna be hard for me. There's a lot of toffee The most unusual have got to be those pickled onion chips. So I agree with you there. The worst yum, haggis chips, no doubt about that. My favorite, now I'm gonna go with my favorite. I think I'm gonna go with the, what did I give the 8.5 to? The toffee nut with the Brazilian nut. The toffee with Brazilian nuts. That was just amazing. And my runner-up, I would have to say, I know I gave an 8 to the toffee, but I really like those apple cider chips, so that was going to be my runner-up. So there we have it. There's our scoreboard. Ta-da! All right, thank you so much for your patience while we took our time going through our Universal Yums box this month for the month of August. We will be getting our next month soon. And let me read the clue and see. Comment below if you know the answer to the clue. Next month, we're putting on smiles and hopping on boats to a place filled with temples and markets that float. There'll be lemongrass soup and hot spicy curry, so stand by your mailbox and say, "Mailman, please hurry." So we know where it is because we took so long to do this box. They announced it on the Instagram page for Universal Yums, but do you? So comment down below, please like, please subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time we post. And we will see you probably next week for September's box. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.